Hey, it's Thursday Delorean Day here in Las Vegas. That's right. On one Thursday every month, we all get together with all our DeLoreans. And we get together for pizza or burgers or ice cream or whatever it is. We all hang out. So, you know, if you have a DeLorean or you're thinking about buying one and you live in Las Vegas, you could join us, get on the mailing list. It's on Facebook. Maybe I'll put a link. Of course, this is my car. You've seen my car. This is Chris's car, my buddy Chris. He built his own time machine.
The kids are dying to come.
Just like I did. And it's getting better. He keeps working on. He's got the plutonium chamber going on. I could have sworn. Was there another time machine? Because I thought somebody had. Wait a minute. I got a Mr. Fusion. He's got a plutonium chamber. I could have sworn he had a lightning rod attachment. I could be wrong. They all look the same. What have you done differently to your car that I haven't done to my car? Taking on a tour of your car. I'm going to video your car.
You're going to video my car?
We're going to release all the deep, dark secrets.
All the deep, dark secrets.
Of your car versus
And somebody had to go get you
store-bought car.
No, that was
This is a store-bought car. You can buy these at Best Buy. This one's custom artesian build.
Artesian build.
Got the sound effects in there.
Yeah, got the sound effects.
You've been doing a lot of stuff. You've been buying a lot of parts. You
Yeah.
Yes.
got some of the French stuff finally.
I did. So mine's carbureted.
Oh yeah, you got a
Yeah.
carburetor.
Remember that vent?
Right? And then you got the two boys.
Oh yeah, you put your fan in there.
Yeah.
Oh nice.
It makes a pretty good difference. Which is nice.
Most people are trying to suck cold air in
Yeah.
on the other side.
Well, if you can.
I was just gonna put them into the
I
into
did
here
that once.
and have them just exhaust.
I did that once. It didn't make that big of a difference.
Really?
Honestly. This actually makes a big difference, but yours is fuel injected, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't get that hot. I mean, it's not hot at all.
yeah. Not bad.
Well,
Yeah, not bad. Give it a day. I was surprised it was cool enough out here today.
What, the cars? No, it's all right.
yeah, I thought you had your lightning rod attached.
Yeah, I took that off.
Exactly. Now where's
Well, you took the whole filter out of the.
I did. This lights up, and then it lights up, and then it glows for a while.
where's the houses that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got the.
Them actually.
you got a remote for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I did this, and which the original one in the movie.
Did nothing.
No, it did light up, but all they had done is put in some 1156 sockets that went all the way around, and they lit up with regular brake light bulbs, and it just lit up. And the only time you ever see it lit up is in the teaser trailer where there's an overhead shot like this,
Right.
and it drives off, and that's the only time you see it light up. Now, when I did a car show, a DeLorean car show, I want to say 2014 or 2015, I put in some yellow LEDs that did this throbbing thing, and then I rigged it so that when you took the cap off, it would turn red. Which actually, that system is under here. Matter of fact, like I've shown this before. If you hold my camera.
Yeah, got you.
Cameraman. If I pull this rig off, I don't have my turbine with me. You got to be a little brutal with it, honestly. There we go. So I don't have my turbine with me. But this was the original one that we built, and so how it worked was, this is a little car amplifier that I had hooked up. This was an on-hold phone system. So this used to be mounted on. This is all moved. All right, so this used to hold the plutonium pellet.
I don't know.
Right. And there was a rod on a spring so that when you took the lid off, it would pull this, it would release the switch and change the colors. So one of these is yellow and one of them is red. I didn't use RGBs, I just had actually separate ones.
Right.
And it had a switch here that turned it on, which doesn't work anymore because it's not hooked up. But you know, of course, I don't. This stuff's just laying in here. It's like hasn't worked for years. But I prefer having the Mr. Fusion.
So all this stuff is just for show. It doesn't do anything.
No, this is a plutonium reactor. Yeah, it's a cold fusion.
Yeah.
So, but this is all the legit stuff, and I also realized that we had taken off my little vent here because we had to cast it. So
Right.
I don't remember use it, so I took it off. But I find personally myself that when I go out with the plutonium chamber, people will just ask for the Mr. Fusion.
Well, they're gonna ask you for whatever you don't have.
Yeah, they're like, "Where's the Mr. Fusion?" So I prefer the Mr. Fusion. I think it's cool the way it sticks up.
Over here.
And this is a trick because you got to get past all the screws.
And pass the heat sink.
Once you get it in there, it fits like a glove. But that's how they did the original one in the movie. I mean,
Yeah.
because this was just an afterthought. This is the base of a Singer Libroscope, which is a hard drive with like 500K, and they cut a hole in it, and then they modified this thing so that this coffee grinder would sit on it.
Yep, this is made. They made that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, there you go.
Right, Bob?
That's a peek at how I did mine. But that I did that like gosh darn almost 10 years ago. So I've had this car for a while. What's that?
You build them.
I build these, yes. And he builds that.
Okay.
There you go. Let's film each other, filming each other. Here's I'll turn my bands. I need to redo my bands because these bands are probably really old.
By way of Long
So, because the new bands we use, these bands were made, gosh darn. When did we do this car?
I will ask. I will definitely ask. Oh my gosh.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
The Cobb Flex that we use now
my gosh.
is twice as bright as this, and you can't see the little LEDs. And I just haven't had a chance to change it because on these older systems, the way I used to do it, the very first ones we used to do, we used to use actual neon. We used real neon, but the glass kept breaking, and it took 14,000 volts. This is an LED flex.
Okay, if I just have to be next to
Like they just call it flexible neon, I guess is what they call it.
Yeah, this still takes 120 volt DC.
Oh, so you're actually inverting this.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What I liked about when I had the actual, you'll think this is funny, when I had the actual neon on the car, it used to cause, because it wasn't grounded to earth, it would cause corona and it would just build up this huge static charge. And I'd tell people, don't touch it, and it would shock the ever-living shit out of them every day. And I loved it. I loved it. And I'd like to just hook up some horse fence to this anyway. Just ground it to the body and just have it on a remote so that when people touch it, that'd be great.
That's what you get.
But here's a contrast. Now, look at on my camera. What color is that? It turns purple.
Wait.
Bluish purple, yeah.
On camera, it turns purple. People are always fighting over the white and the blue. I prefer the white.
Yeah, I like the blue.
You can talk. You can say in the comments what you like better, blue or white. Now mine aren't as bright because I need to redo these. About every couple of 5 years or so, you have to redo the LED. Just because the heat gets to them and they start to yellow. What you'll see happen. Well, these still look pretty good, but the technology changes every couple of years.
Even like
They keep getting better.
even with like these, with the tube LED, I guess it's a 360 LED. This stuff will discolor it where it goes in, where it's held.
Yeah.
If I pull this out,
kidding me.
you see that it has like a yeah.
What's your Instagram? I can't take everybody on that.
See, I've got a lot of lights that are burned out here. Like, I got 2 lights that are burned out here. Need to be fixed. Because I used real incandescent bulbs in here. I put different dash vents there.
That's Bob, right?
Oh, cool. We got a street light now.
Capacitor.
Let me turn my overhead on. There we go. See, all right, here's the difference, right? See, Chris is over there. He's using the LEDs, which is what we use on our replicas now. In this car, I used all just genuine old school lighting. See, check out my flex capacitor, right? See how warm it is? That's just a regular grain of wheat incandescent bulb. right? So the bulbs in here, these are LEDs. But I tried to use as many incandescent old school bulbs in here as I could to get that old-fashioned 80s yellow glow. Right? Now, and I'm not picking on Chris over here, but like if you look at that's a good color tone. I like the color tone. But that's how the flux actually moves. That's the actual pattern. So he's got one skip happening, so he's probably using a chaser.
Been my number ever since.
It's probably a 6 chaser, and he's using it on like a 4.5. But anyway.
I was talking to DMC Florida, and they're like, we've got a gray automatic, gray interior automatic.
The thing about DeLoreans is there's never two alike, right? Like, and I'm never surprised. Like this fascia's been repainted incorrectly, which is why it's chipping, and it's done too light. Okay, that's the color that it should be, which is an offset, darker gunmetal gray, slight metal flake to it. It's a special formula. But then this guy, this is not like, this is some strange striping, right? Like I've never, that you know, the way that it's done differently, but I like it. I like it. But like this paint is, you can see how it looks. It doesn't look right. It's got a McFly plate, which is cool. A lot of extra brown on these vents. Got some red lights in there, or yellow lights. Let's see here. These cars aren't. It's got back in time. Look at that. What a great plate. Let's see. He's got a dash cover. He's gonna want. They both have dash covers. I think the dash covers cause more damage. I try to tell these guys don't use these dash covers. They don't. They cause more damage and molding and fading. They really do cause more problems than they help. Don't use dash covers. Just cover your car properly. How about that? What else can I notice? These cars all have their factory height, meaning that you know they had changed the bumper height requirement. So rather than change a bumper, they just raised the front of the car. So you'll notice this car's raised, this car's raised, my car's raised, Chris's car's been lowered.
And then what was gonna
That car's raised. This car over here's been lowered as well. So you can see it's got the proper 2-finger gap. That's the way it was supposed to be, but not how they came, which is strange. So you never find two of these alike. That's the thing about it. I'm sure people see that guy's car and they're like, "Oh my God, a DeLorean!" And then they see this and they're like, "Oh my God, a time machine! Oh my God, a DeLorean! Wait a minute, a time machine!" It's crazy. I turn all of the stuff off inside when I'm driving because it's kind of bright. Like, let me look at all this. It's like all that stuff in your face. It's kind of cool. Look at this. Whatever. Look how beautiful the sunset is. I love Vegas. Vegas is awesome. It's actually really nice out. I probably don't need the air conditioner, but the windows in this thing are like worthless. I'm gonna take the highway back. It is a cool looking car when you see it like from the back. I think the back of the car is better looking than the front. Right? Oh yeah, just pull right in front of me, you prick. Thanks. And here we are, we're back. And this is what we did today. We put in a 4-post lift. Brought this back from Texas from my shop in the trailer. And me and some buddies of mine, took us a couple hours. These things are a pain in the ass. But got a 4-post lift now. And you know, I already had a pit over there. So I got to rearrange all this stuff. It was a mess in here, it's a mess. But so now I got the 4-post lift. That's super cool. And yeah, I have a flying DeLorean. So I had a couple of these. I was just gonna leave it in Texas and then just buy new ones when I got here. But back when I bought these, they were like $1,500 or less. Now they're like $5,000 or more. So forget that. Brought it with me. I still got another one. Anyway, all right, that's enough for today. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you later. Bye.